Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm Lisa Wainwright from DIY Wellness. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and we're going to talk today about how healing requires transparency. So I want you to take a second and ask yourself, what does that even mean? Why would healing require transparency? What does transparency mean? So transparency means your ability to show up authentically, your ability to put your cards on the table, show it as you may, and allow yourself to be accepted for who you are, just as you are. Sounds a bit scary, right? Think about how often you get to be transparent in your day. Who can you be your authentic self around? I'll wait. Typically, most people are going to say that there's not a lot of space for them to be authentic and transparent throughout their day. A lot of people have work that they go to, and the companies will state that you are basically theirs for those 8 hours or more that you're there, and you're a representation of that company, and you need to embody that. Pretty standard, but it doesn't leave a lot of room for authenticity. It doesn't leave a lot of room for you to just be yourself. And so a lot of people smush who they are down inside of themselves throughout the day, and authenticity isn't really where you come from there. Then they get home, and this is a great opportunity for transparency, right? It all depends. Those that have children at home, especially young ones, they have to have conversations that are appropriate for being around children. And so that doesn't always provide the opportunity for transparency. And also, sometimes you don't have that ability to be so transparent with your spouse. You might have differing opinions, just different interests and so forth. And also, we have different values sometimes and morals. And so that doesn't allow for transparency. And then even if you have family, sometimes the expectations of family doesn't allow you to be transparent, doesn't allow you to be authentic, or if you are, you might get shunned for that. And then you have friendships. This is the main place where you would feel like you get to be so transparent and be yourself, but sometimes people actually have multiple friends, and they will share certain information with some friends and certain information with other friends just because they don't want to have one person who has all of their information. Typically, we are afraid of being authentic. We're afraid of showing up, and this leads to an identity issue. Because who we are throughout the day for most of the hours isn't really connected with who we are truly on the inside. And we spend so much time being these other kind of parts of ourselves that we don't spend enough time in our authenticity, and we actually lose touch with whatever that is. And so by the time this question is posed, you have a hard time connecting with who you actually are as an individual, who you are authentically. And so, when we say that healing requires transparency, healing requires you to go deeper than these surface levels of self. It requires you to peel back layers of the person who you've built yourself to become, the person who you've padded yourself with, and it's the one who you present to the world. And you have to allow yourself to stand in whatever that mixture of who you are is inside. Some of it's going to be amazing and wonderful, and some of it isn't going to be. Some of it you're going to love, and some of it you're going to hate. Some of it you will love, and some of it other people will hate. But it still is authentically you. And there's no way to heal if you don't allow yourself to be. So healing requires transparency because you have to first be honest with yourself. You have to look at all the wonderful things, but you have to be able to look at all the things that aren't so wonderful and accept them. You see, we spend a lot of time during the day looking at the things that aren't so wonderful, but we use our inner critic to yell at ourselves and to beat ourselves up. That's not the same thing as being open. That's lying to yourself too, because it's being overly negative. And you even have to be open enough to consider that that's what you're doing to yourself and that you have to rewrite that pattern. So today and this week, as you move forward, I want you to remember that this journey of healing requires you to show up beyond the surface. You have to reach into the depths of who you are and allow that person to surface. You have to get comfortable with not being accepted in every scenario. You have to know how to balance when you bring your authentic self out, but that person inside deserves space to feel the sun, to feel the air circulating around them, and to just be present. You will not achieve the healing that you're looking for if you don't allow the authentic you to shine. So, although it hurts, although it's uncomfortable, allow it. Because your healing requires you to step forward and just be amazingly who you are, the light, the shadow, and all things in between. All right, you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.